Hi there, I'm Kristen with Light Healing and Bodywork. Today's yoga session was inspired by scripture, and let's just pray for the grace of healing as we work through some grief together. When you're ready, we'll get started. So for the breath work today, I'd like to introduce to you something called alternate nostril breathing. If you've never done it before, and if you have, then welcome back. So what we're going to do is take the thumb and the ring finger of the right hand and close the right nostril with the thumb, and then inhale, then move the ring finger over to close the left nostril, and then exhale. Inhale here. Move the thumb to close the right nostril, and exhale. Inhale through the left nostril. Close the left nostril with the ring finger, and open and breathe out through the right nostril. Breathe in. Close. Breathe out. Breathe in. Switch. Breathe out. So I invite you to continue breathing this as I read from the book of Psalms, chapter 34, verse 19. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted, saves those whose spirit is crushed. I'm going to read that one more time as you ponder it and breathe. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted, saves those whose spirit is crushed. All right, let's bring our hands to our knees. And we're going to do some abdominal rotations. So that's shifting your torso forward over your legs and then shifting it to the right side. Tuck your tailbone under and curve your back as you rotate your torso backwards, then to the left, and then come forward and back to the center. So we're going to keep rolling here. You can use your abdominals if you think about engaging them. That'll give your back a little bit more support, and it should help if you're noticing pain or anything like this. That should help to reduce that. And so would if you think about elongating your spine. So yes, your spine is moving and rotating, but you can have that length even while you're moving. You can create that length using your muscles. It actually strengthens you even better because you're strengthening from a functional, like a movement standpoint. All right, let's switch direction. Come back to center. From here, we're going to shift onto all fours. While you're here, keep your wrists underneath the shoulders and the knees directly underneath the hips. We're going to reach the right arm forward and kick the left leg out behind. So we're reaching and lengthening in both directions here while maintaining balance on just two limbs, and then we're going to bring that down. Switch sides. Left hand reaches forward, right foot goes back, and then bring it back down. And repeat here. Let's keep abdominals tight as we are transitioning here. And then let's do one more on each side, and let's really think about keeping those abdominals engaged as we're reaching forward and back at the same time. Reaching, tight tummy, straight back, head lifted, and then lower down. Great job. Okay, so now we're going to walk the knees back a little bit and shift the torso forward so that shoulders come over top of the wrists. You can turn your elbows so that they're pointing back and the elbow creases are pointing forward. And just think about having a nice long spine here, and your toes can be up or they can be tops of your feet on the floor. Either way is fine. And breathe. And then we're going to lower down. Elbows scrape the sides of the rib cage. And with an inhale, we're going to use the lower back muscles to lift the chest forward and head comes up. Nice long spine here. And then as we breathe out, we're going to press back onto the hands and knees into the modified plank. And then as we exhale, we're going to come down. Inhale, cobra pose, using those back muscles to lift the chest forward. And then exhaling, we're going to come down and push back into a modified plank. Let's do that one more time. So lowering down and then lifting with the inhale. And then pressing up as you exhale. Nice tight tummy there. Great job. Okay, so now bring your feet onto the yoga mat if they're not on there, and tuck your toes underneath. We're going to lift up into a downward facing dog. And always think about straightening out your back and lifting your tailbone up towards the ceiling, pushing your shoulders and hands away from your body, from your torso, so that your hands are pressing firmly into the yoga mat. And you're creating a nice straight line like an upside down V. And then we're going to walk our hands all the way up to the top of the mat. Walk our feet up to the top of the mat where our hands are. And then we're going to come all the way up. Arms go out to the side as you breathe in. Nice tight tummy here. Squeeze your buns. And then exhale, arms come down on our sides. So in this mountain pose, I'd like you to try to bring your feet together, as close together as they'll come, comfortably. And then think about putting your weight evenly between the 3 spots on your foot, underneath the ball of the big toe, the ball of the little toe, and the heel. So think about evenly putting weight through those 3 spots on the left foot, and those 3 spots on the right foot, and then even weight between the left and the right foot. Notice your body and your posture as you stand in this mountain pose, and as you're mindful about where your weight is on your feet, and how getting your weight evenly distributed helps with the alignment throughout the rest of your body. And just as you're standing here noticing, I'm just going to read to you Psalm 147, verse 3. God heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. And then let's bring our hands to prayer. We're going to breathe in, arms come up. Exhale, we're going to pitch forward from the hips, so nice long spine here. And we're going to step the right foot back, a long step back. With the heel lifted, that's my balance too. Okay, so with the heel lifted, and then we're going to come up, torso comes over top of the pelvis. In this pose, in Warrior One, we want to engage the abdominal muscles, so scooping that belly button in and up while keeping the rib cage down. We want to make sure we're keeping the front left knee over top of the left ankle. We want to make sure the head is back and ears are resting over top of the shoulders, but elongating away from the torso. And then right heel can either be planted or lifted, whatever feels right for you. And we're going to breathe here. And then let's plant that right heel down if it's not already planted. And you might need to widen your stance. We're going to keep that left knee over top of the ankle and turn the pelvis open to the right side of the yoga mat, but don't let that knee come in. And then keep your rib cage over top of your pelvis, and then arms come out long in either direction. Wonderful. Let's turn right palm up and then bring it overhead. We're going to cartwheel our way down, so hands go on either side of the foot. Lift the back heel, and then we're going to bring the left foot back to the right. Plant the knees down and lower down. Elbows come towards the sides of the rib cage. And then inhale. Use those back muscles to lift the chest forward. Keep your neck nice and long, chin towards the throat. And then exhale, we're going to keep the knees and hands on the mat, but lift everything else up. Tuck your toes. Lift your bottom back up towards the ceiling. Wonderful. Now the right foot's going to come forward in between the hands. And then left foot can either stay lifted or you can plant it down. I did lift it on the other side, so I'm going to repeat the same thing here. On an inhale, I'm going to bring the arms up. Going through my checklist here in my mind, thinking about my head, am I pulling it back, keeping my ears over top of my shoulders? Is my chest lifted? Is my rib cage knit together? Is my pelvis kind of tucked under just a little bit so I can engage my abdominal muscles? Is my left knee straight? Is my right knee bent over top of my right ankle? Are my toes digging into my yoga mat, or can they lift up easily? And then with an exhale, we're going to open up to the left side of the yoga mat, adjusting your foot position if necessary. You may want the right heel to be in line with the left arch. Nice wide stance here. Right knee stays over top of the right ankle, torso over top of the pelvis, and chest lifted, head back, arms out to the sides. Turn the head to look at the right fingertips. There's lots to think about in yoga poses. There's a lot of awareness to our bodies. It brings attention to what we're doing. And helps to train the mind to find ease even when we're working. Wonderful. Let's straighten that right knee, and we're going to point the toes forward. And then from here, we're going to bring, with a nice big inhale, we're going to bring the arms out to the side and up. And just hold them up like you're a little baby and you're going to be picked up by your loved one, by your parent. Can you tell I have little kids? Just asking them to hold you. Asking God to hold you, to comfort you. And bring you peace. Tuck your chin towards your throat. And then with an exhale, we're going to go all the way up and then fold forward from the hips. And come to the ground. Hands to the ground if you can. Try to keep a nice long back here still. The goal is to not curve the spine. Some curve will happen, but we're not trying to collapse into the pose. We want to maintain integrity here. And then we're going to bend our knees, bring the bottom back, and let's shift our weight over to the right foot. Lengthen the spine, come up onto fingertips, and hold. Nice tight tummy here. Try to keep knee over top of ankle. That might mean you need to shift back a little bit more, but do what you can and balance. One more breath. And then let's shift up. Straighten that right knee. And then bend the left knee, bringing your seat back. Weight comes over towards the left. Nice long spine. Up on fingertips. One more breath. We can do it. And then we're going to shift back over to the middle and forward fold, relaxing, releasing, letting go of tension. And then we're going to heel toe our feet together. So heels come in, then toes come in. Heels come in, toes come in. And we find ourselves in a forward fold. And as we breathe in, arms out to the side and up. And then hands to heart center. Let's try a quick dancer pose. So grab the outside knife side edge of the right foot. And then move your hand so that your thumb is going in line with your toes and your palm is on the arch of the right foot. As you breathe in, left arm goes up in the air. As you breathe out, we're going to push the heel up towards the ceiling and tilt forward from the left hip. Try to keep the pelvis level here and lift from the right foot, heel towards the ceiling. Tight abdominal muscles help. Don't let yourself grip through the toes. And breathe. All right, I said it'd be quick so we can come right back out. Lower the right foot, lift the left, hand to the outside edge of the foot. Then go around the toes, then the thumb comes in line with the toes, and the palm is touching the arch of the left foot. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, we're going to pivot forward. Keep the pelvis level. Lift from the left heel up towards the ceiling. Try to keep your knee pointing like down and not out to the side. And keep lifting a little bit more. And then come back up. Oops. And then we all lose our balance sometimes. Hands to heart center. Then we're going to cross our feet. Bend the knees. We're going all the way down to the floor. Make your way onto the back. Let's keep the knees hugged in towards the chest for a moment here and just invite a little movement to the spine, giving it like a little massage. So rocking the pelvis left and right. And then you can bring the knees closer to your chest and further away from your chest. Gives your sacrum, that triangle bone at the bottom of the spine, a little massage. You can do circles in one direction or the other. And then finally, we're going to bring the legs all the way out. Arms beside you, palms up, legs relaxed. Notice any tensions, discomforts remaining. See if you can breathe into that space and invite the muscle to relax. Call to mind 3 blessings in your life, 3 things that you are thankful for. And notice how your body feels as you think about these things. Let's let all thoughts float away. Become aware of the breath. To wiggle your fingers and your toes. And then roll onto one side or the other. Push up into sitting. Remain focused on your breath as you hear the words from Romans 15, verse 13. May the God of hope fill you with all joy and peace in believing, so that you may abound in hope by the power of the Holy Spirit. The light and spirit in me honors and appreciates the light and spirit in you. May peace be with you.